Hello Global Trainer Syndicate, my name is Quilykins, and today I have a little cup battle for you guys. So getting into team preview, my team is actually on the other side of the field. Showdown messes up sometimes, nothing I can do about it. I'm kind of running generic sand, hippo and drillbur, just kind of like excadrill and OU. And then I have Houndour just to check hail, Lileep just to be a wall, Mischievous to heal bell and stuff, and then Mienfoo is probably the best Pokemon in the tier. He is running also sand with a drillbur, which is a really big threat since nothing can really take on drillbur aside from my own Mienfoo. He also has a spinner, and then he has an Abra, which is a really big threat just because it kind of stops drillbur from sweeping, just because it does usually carry the focus sash. So with that, we're just going to get into the battle. He's going to lead with his Hippo as I lead with my Mienfoo. Right here I'm going to knock off the Hippo's Eviolite. Knockoff is a super good move in this metagame just because so many Pokemon carry the Eviolite as an item. So here I switch into my Mischievous as he Whirlwinds, and I'm going to get the Whirlwind out into Lileep, which is pretty favorable for me. Right there I probably should have set up Stealth Rocks, but I decide to go for a Giga Drain as he misses a Toxic. Really does come into play later, and you'll kind of see why, but he does land the Toxic on my Hippo. Right here I just kind of sack my Hippo, which is kind of weird play on my part. I have a Mienfoo, which is generally a pretty good check to Lileep, but I guess in the moment I just decided that I don't really need Hippo, and then to make it even worse I go into my Mischievous and I basically sack it just to get a burn on Lileep, which is kind of weird as I still have my Mienfoo sitting right there. But after this I smarten up and I go into my Mienfoo finally, and here I just go for a U-turn here. Yeah, I do. So I thought that maybe he'd bring in his Tentacruel or something, and I didn't want to take Liquid Ooze, so I just decided to U-turn out, and I go into my Lileep, and I'm just going to take his Hippo out with a Giga Drain. So that's great, as he brings in Tentacool. I'm fearing a Scald of some sort, and he actually goes for knockoff. If I was fearing Scald, I shouldn't have gone into Drillbur, to be honest. Not really sure what I was thinking, but right there, I could have set up to +2, but there was no point, just because he still had his Abra sitting right there at full health, so obviously it has a Magic Guard. But I just decided to go for Earthquake, take that thing out. I'm a bit behind. Lileep recovers, goes into Tentacool, and I go for the knockoff just to take off his Eviolite so that Drain Punches will do more. So now I'm just going to Drain Punch twice as he goes for the spin to get the Hazard's Way, yada yada. And then I'm going to just take him out with one more Drain Punch, and Liquid Ooze sucks. So my Mienfoo is at 50%, but it does have Regenerator, so that's why it pretty much never dies. He brings an Abra, which is a huge threat. Just looking at the rest of my team, nothing can really kind of take it out. Lileep is the only thing that really can counter it, so I'm really going to have to keep that nice and healthy. But again, Stealth Rocks didn't help me at all. So I'm not really sure why I did that. I should have just switched right into Mienfoo. If I was poisoned, it wouldn't really matter. But he's just going to go out into his Drillbur. I just go for a nice Drain Punch, and I'm almost at full health here. So here, I know that I am a bulkier Mienfoo, so I will be able to live 2 Earthquakes, or if he SDs, I can live 1 from full health. So that's what's going to happen, as I'm going to take down that Drillbur. It's looking pretty good for me right now. It's 4-2, but he still does have this Abra, which really is a problem. I switch into my Scarfed Houndour, and right here I could have Sucker Punched, but he does have Protect. So if I would have Sucker Punched, he would have just gone into Lileep, and then Sucker Punch basically would have been useless. So I decided just to Pursuit, and he does go for the HP. I guess I wasn't Scarfed. But maybe I don't have Sucker Punch. I'm not really sure. But he does take me out, and I'm just going to finish this thing off with 2 Earthquakes thanks to the burn. So here I'm going to knock this thing down to its sash finally. And then we kind of see Protect in action with Abra here, as I thought that I had the game, and then I forgot, hey, Protect. So he's going to Protect, and then obviously he outspeeds. And then I'm going to go into Lileep, and hopefully I can live in HP fighting. And I just barely do with living on 1%. So that's a really close game. LC Lateran. With that, I think that this narration is done because there's no more Pokemon to kill. So, see you guys later. Don't forget to subscribe. This is an awkward outro. I don't care. Bye.